FREELUNCH podcast, home of the New South Movement and the New South Movement Network. I am your boy Type.
BG the 27 Kid.
And we are reporting live from
Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Skyboxing Gym.
Exactly. What we here for, BG?
Man, we here to talk to the WBC World Heavyweight Champion.
And who might that be?
That will be one Mr. Deontay Wilder, sir.
The Bronze Bomber. We are definitely here. We will be talking with Alabama's own Deontay Wilder. We're extremely excited and privileged to be here. And we just want you all to tune in as we have different footage and different interviews and discussions with the heavyweight champion of the world, as well as his trainer, JD's, and many other affiliates.
The whole team. It's good to be home, man. Usually we on the road. We in D.C., Atlanta doing these type of things, so it feels good to be able to connect in Alabama. We come from the other side of the state, being at Auburn, but we got to acknowledge that we in championship town.
And it's going to be a good time, so tune in. I hope you all enjoyed this podcast, especially the footage that we captured for you all on the day. So just tune in and check us out.
You know what it is.
FREELUNCH podcast, home of the New South Movement and the New South Movement Network. Peace.
How's training going so far?
Training's going good. This is the fun part. We enjoy camp. We enjoy bringing guys all over the world here, just to see a part of Tuscaloosa, and to be a part of our team, leading us on the way to victory.
I know you don't watch much tape on your competition, but fighting a southpaw, how much different is that for you?
I enjoy fighting southpaw. Actually, it's a bit more challenging for me. You got opposite sides. I'm so used to fighting orthodox, which is right-handers. That when you get a southpaw, it's kind of a refreshing thing because it's a different style, it's a different look. You have to position your foot. Everything is different, and it brings a challenge to me. So I'm looking forward to it.
You know much about this guy yet?
I don't know nothing. Only thing I know about him was the last time I saw him fight, and that's the only thing I know about him. So I judge him off that. Dealing with looking video, like I said many times before, I don't look at it. I let my trainers break the fighters down, and we go from there. You can never be 100%, correct when you looking at guys on film anyway, because it's different fighters. They say style makes fight, so he probably approached me with a different kind of way. I mean, I proved myself right against my last fight against Johan Duhaupas. They broke down film. They had him down to a T. But when it came time to fight, he did nothing that they thought he was going to do. He did the totally opposite and proved me right.
This guy seems to like to talk a lot.
Oh, yes. It's great. I mean, I think it's great for boxing. I'm the type of person that no matter what people say, whether it's fans, whether it's media, I don't take nothing personal. You know what I mean? Like, I got a good life. My family taken care of. My kids taken care of. I'm living my life like I want it. So I can't complain about nothing. So whatever people say, at the end of the day, I'm going back home happy.
What are your thoughts about fighting in Brooklyn and at the Barclays?
I'm looking forward to it. It's my debut. New York has a lot of history, especially with heavyweights. And I'm looking forward to putting my name there. Barclays Center need a face, and I want to make that I want to make my face to be a part of that place. It's been many times that they invited us to come and have fights at the Barclays Center, but it wasn't the right time. We always judge my career off at the right time, at the right moment in my life. And this is the right moment in time. And I'm looking forward to coming to New York and showing up and showing out for sure.
With the shakeup in the heavyweight division recently, what opportunities do you see with this fight to make what kind of statement?
Well, this statement, with this fight, I want to make a statement that 2016 is mine for the taking. I'm already claiming. I claim everything that I have. And this year, I'm already claiming that my mission is to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. With those belts being switched, it's refreshing to the division. It's refreshing to boxing. But when the time comes, no matter who hand it lands in, I'm going to take it. And with Spzilka, I want to make that statement. I need a dramatic knock. I need one of those crazy, oh my God, did you see what happened? The world stopped for a moment kind of fight, like I said before, get the chalk because the murder scene was round kind of fight, and I'm looking to really knock him.
You missing the knockouts with the last 2 fights coming early like that?
Well, I'm enjoying going around. People getting their money's worth and they getting to see a little bit more of my awkward style and what I bring to the table as far as different little things that I bring, boxing, inside fighting, hooks, going to the body, different little things though. So I can't say I miss it because I'm enjoying myself right now, but I do want to get back to it, starting with Spzilka.
If it's not about studying the opponent, what do you do as far as trying to become a better fighter from one fight to the next?
I continue to work on the same things I've been working on that got me where I am. Continue to work on the jab, continue to work on the right hand, continue to work on the hooks, continue to work on placing of my feet. My athleticism, my power, my speed, the fundamentals, the 101 of boxing. I still stick with the basics, and I continue to try to learn that. I always said that once I stop learning, I don't want to be in it no more. I don't want to be in this sport if I'm not learning. I don't want to be a know-it-all and just be in there to just make money and stuff like that. That's not my plans for myself. I got big plans that I want to do until the time comes. And once that time comes, I want to be out. I say I have 10 years in this sport, and at this point, I want to stick by it. I don't want to be one of those guys that I made a plan, I set a goal, but then time has came and it passed me by and I'm still here. I got a lot of big things that I want to do.
Going into this camp, are you training like a champion or are you still training like a lion?
You always got to train. You always got to train like both. You got to still train like a champion because you got guys that want to fulfill your position. They want to see what it's like to be a champion, but you also have to train like a lion because some of these guys are hungry. They want, of course, they want to be champion, but they want to whoop you, and it's like you can't sleep. You can't sleep. You always got to be on game. You always got to be healthy. You always got to be in shape. You always got to think, what's the next guy doing? Maybe sometime while it's a big world, of course, and when I'm asleep, some guys are up, and vice versa. So, with that being said, it brings a different level of competition, Everybody, I understand, when you're not fighting for nothing, then it's just a regular fight. Then you hit a guy, then he may say, hey, I'm done. Mm-hmm. But when you fight for a title, it's almost the line of I'm willing to die in the ring. And that's what people don't understand. People so in tune to, I don't know this guy's name or the record or this and that, but they, some of the toughest guys are the ones you don't know. They have to make a name somewhere. Mm-hmm. And then when you put up a prize on there, everybody wants to stick around. When at that time, nobody wants to go down. And if you're going down, they're going to get back up because they know what's on the line. When you ain't got nothing to fight for, then what the hell to get back up for? Mm-hmm. I'm done. Let me get my money and go next time.
Mm-hmm. How many fights do you hope to fight in 2016?
As many as possible. I'm an active champion. I said that before I became a champion. I said I wanted to be an active champion, and I'm keeping my open. I love this sport. I said it many times. I'm in love with it. I can't express it as much as I've done. I'm truly in love with the sport. So when you're in love with something and you love to do it, you don't want to stop. So if I can get 7 to 8 times, even though that don't seem possible because of the business of boxing and the way it is ran, and so much goes on in this sport. Like, people don't have no clue, it can leave you with sleepless nights, but that's not my part. That's my managers and my people here. But if it was up to me, man, I'm ready every month, every 2 months, man. If I ain't hurt, I ain't recovering from nothing, let's go. Why not?
How close or how far away are we from seeing a unified belt?
Man, once Fury beat Klitschko and he obtained all the belts, and we was already talking about fighting each other years before this, and even coming up to this moment, I felt like it's right there at the door now. All I got to do is ring those belts. But now the belts, one of the belts is going to be spread somewhere else. Now it's going to be 3 champions and, all this stuff going on. So my ideal time year is, of course, 2016. I feel it's going to be a big year regardless. Either it's going to be done or it's going to be that much closer to being done, So we're still seeing it. Like I said, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be a hell of a year, guys. I'm telling you. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting Spzilka out the way. I never look past an opponent. I always say I look through him, and I'm looking through him. I'm looking right through him, going straight to Alexander Povetkin. That's my mandatory. I'm looking forward to whooping him in great fashion. And then after that, whoever else next, After that, I would love for that time, Povetkin fighting Klitschko and Fury have a rematch and get that done. And after my mandatory, after they fight, me and him fight, or anything else. You got Luis Ortiz just beat Bryant Jennings. They say they want me. I guess that's a Golden Boy thing, because we seen Golden Boy affiliated people whispering in Ortiz's ear about Deontay Wilder. Of course, they maybe have some animosity still against me because of me leaving the company, but break it on. I want them all. I'm going to clean up the division regardless, So, it's going to be a hell of a year. I can't wait to see what's the lineup, who's here. It's going to be a great card in New York. We got all kinds of heavyweights on this card, I got all the heavyweights that want to fight me. Got the guy, Stavern, I took the belt from. He's supposed to be on my undercard. Go figure. So, I'm looking forward to it, man. The heavyweight division is definitely getting exciting, and it's definitely heating up.
You said you want 10 years in the sport. Is it sad watching Roy Jones Jr. now, that last fight? You sad at all about that?
Roy told me a long time ago, it's hard to it's hard to say no to something that you love, but it's even harder when you're getting offered, millions of dollars, to fight. It's like you gonna fight. You're doing something you love to do, so, and of course the prize is behind it, but I do think it's a point of time where you can, with all you've done in the sport, that I feel that you can kind of mess your legacy up, or where people remember you where you once were, because that's all you hear. People, Roy was the man back then, of course, and that's what he was. He was truly the man. But as he go on the boxing, all these devastating knockouts and stuff like that, it kind of saddens people. And sometimes I sit and want to shake my head too. Like, why? I don't feel he has nothing to prove, in the sport. But I mean, who could? We can't judge nobody. I mean, the man loved to fight. We don't know what he got going on in his life that want to make him continue to fight. So everybody still have a dream in this sport, and it's a tough sport. Just like I said, I want 10 years. Now, when that 9.5 come, I want to know, will I exit the building? Especially when you got a price of money on hey, you just one more fight, you fight this. Like, that sounds good when you're trying to get this building and run this business or something like that. Like, all right, one more time. And it's always one more time. It's always one more time.
Hey, Deontay, as an athlete who has mastered trash talk, can you talk about the mental games that athletes play with one another, and kind of looking back, if you saw the NFL game, the Giants and the Panthers on Sunday, where it looked like Josh Norman kind of got inside Odell Beckham Jr.'s head, and he lost his game basically.
Right. Yeah, man. Some people are just mentally weak sometimes when it's dealing with trash talk and any kind of verbal talking, and that's part of the game for me. You got to be able to strengthen that part of you, because this is a sport where, just overall, no matter what you're doing, you're gonna have what we call haters, and you're gonna have people that try to get in your head to knock you off your game. Sometimes, as far as being an athlete, you may feel that this guy better than you. So, but my strategy is, if I trash talk him, I can get him out of his game for that night. I got him. So that what happened. He got him out of his game. He got him, and it started a fight. I think he should have controlled this, not show that side of him, to let you know that he got to him, but he did. I didn't see it. I heard about it. I was hearing about it actually on the phone with somebody who was looking at it. They were like, "Ooh," but that's just part of it, man. Yeah. For me, I just smile. Sometimes I'll put my 2 cents in there just to have fun, just to play around, just to get the fans some controversy, just so they want to hear. But the thing about me, when I say things, 9 times out of 10, I mean what I say. Even though I put it in a playful way, I mean it. I keep it excited. So when I get in the ring, I'm a bag of what I say. I'm not the type of person that get in front of these cameras because you got so many, especially in the fight game, you got so many guys that if they in this room, oh man, yes sir, what's up, Sean? Yeah, man, how you doing? But when they get in front of these cameras, I knock them out. Yeah, he looks sloppy. Yeah, man, I can't wait to beat him. He's easy. All you got to do is this. I don't have two face. How you get me right here is how I am. Whether it's my next opponent in the room with me, I say it in his face. That's how I am. A lot of guys are not like that. But that's just part of the sport, man. You got to market yourself. You got to promote yourself. You got to have somebody to believe in you. Even if you're lying. Who wants to believe the pretty truth when you can tell an ugly lie?
So you're close to fighting Glaskov. How frustrating was it that didn't get worked out, and
goodness.
then he's on your undercard in New York.
I know.
A few words for him, that.
When I found out he was on my undercard, I did what I just did. I laughed. It was funny. I mean, that's just what I said about the business of. It's a tough business, man. It's a difficult business to be in when you in negotiation for a guy for 2 months, man. And all of a sudden, something happened dramatically in the sport, and it changed the scenes about a bit. And you have your handlers like, man, we ain't finna, you finna fight for the most respected belt in all of boxing and get more money for it, but you choose to go to something lesser, and fight an easier opponent, which and. I can't do nothing about it. Ain't no need of me getting upset about it. I wasn't upset, I said my words and all that, but how I felt at the time. But right now I'm not upset, They taking their path, they doing what they want to do. We did the same way. We chose our path. We didn't care what nobody said. We went the route we wanted to go, and I can't do no respect, man. For both fighters, I wish them luck of getting the belt because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's gonna come back around to me anyway. So
I've seen the social media beef between you and Briggs. Anything you want to say about that?
It's kind of dying down a little bit. You still have your little fans that don't have a job. And all they do is be on the internet or let's see what I can say today. But Briggs is another guy, when you become a loud person like that, you gotta know something wrong. Anybody that's making noise ain't gonna be that loud. Every day he's loud because he already know that ain't nowhere in hell he can get in the ring and fight. Why you only think he fight at Indian resort casinos? Low commission places. He can't pass a full physical. Let him see me pass an MRI or a CAT scan, or so you can't even get licensed in a bigger state. So you're gonna when you can't pass the qualifications of things, the requirements that you have to pass, you're gonna be the loudest person in the room because you already know where and then I can't. So let's make it seem. Let's give these people a show. Let's make it seem like I can, so I won't seem like a punk. See, as a fighter, you don't want to broadcast yourself as a punk. You don't want the next person to say, oh, you weak or you're a punk and stuff like that. And that's what Briggs tried to do. I feel he's too old. He's doing it the wrong way. That's why you think he's still 47 in rank, which I don't care about the rank. I tried to fight the guy. I called my people. I like, man, let's make this happen. I don't care about the rank because even with the rankings, we all seen it many times that this right there can get you up there. We got guys in the rankings right now ain't fighting nobody ranked but number 2 and number 3 and number 4. So I don't really look at the rank. I wanted to fight him, but it's a lot of things that's going on with Shannon. Shannon don't want to reveal. So maybe when he's 50, he'll reveal him and say, guys, I know the truth. I know the truth. So, it's all fun and games to me. When you know the truth and you see another person acting out of character and doing stuff for the fans, that's the only reason people want to see the fight, because he's a loudmouth. He done made himself a star on the internet. He's a social media whore. You know, we gonna put it like that. And he done made his name for that. So that's the only reason people want to see the fight, because they already know what the result's gonna be. You know, you already know what the result's gonna. So when you whoop him, on to the next guy.
How did you and Deontay actually meet? And can you give us some kind of background on the relationship that you and him have developed throughout the years?
Oh yeah, we started when he came in the gym. He came in the gym his first day in late 2005.
Okay.
And he just walked in, said he wanted to box, and I said okay. And I knew obviously he passed the eye test, but he was by no means was he a phenom or anything. He certainly could punch. He had punching power. He had athleticism. He had height. But as far as, you know, he didn't just come in and look like Floyd Mayweather. You know, it was the hard work he put in that he really doesn't get enough credit for. You know, a phenom seems like everybody thinks he's just good at it automatically. He worked for his. He earned every inch of success that he had, and I don't think he gets the credit for the amount of work he put in. But we've got a family kind of relationship. We've had it since day one on. Russ, my assistant coach, informed me that in the entire history of boxing, we're the only fighter and coach that have started from day one in the gym together all the way to the heavyweight championship of the world. It's never happened before. So I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, it is.
But it really, to more than anything, it speaks to loyalty, because he had every opportunity to go here, go there. You know, they said, why don't you come to New York? And he said, you know, I already knocked out all the guys in New York. You know, why don't they move to Bama? Right. You know, why don't you go to L.A., man? They got a good scene going. I already knocked out the guys in L.A. Why don't they come to Bama? So we enjoy that part of it, being able to knock people off from bigger cities, people who think we don't belong. So we carry like a massive boulder-sized chip on our shoulder. You don't think we belong? Step in the ring. Yeah.
And we'll prove
it's
it
like
wrong.
football. You don't think Alabama's ain't got nothing? Step on the field. Same kind of thing.
Can you just kind of talk about how his love for the state of Alabama and just the South, and how he's trying to put that on the map as far as boxing is concerned?
Well, Deontay, like I said, Deontay could have left, but he never did. He's always maintained that Alabama's his home, Sky's his gym, Tuscaloosa's his base. He could have fought anywhere his first two title defenses, Vegas, New York. He chose Alabama. Birmingham both times landed that. And that's huge. You know, first two heavyweight title fights in the history of the state of Alabama were our shows. Yes. So you think about it. So it's incredible what he's done for the state of Alabama. We have been doing boxing shows since 1995. He started as in the gym in 2005. So it was perfect because we had some experience. I don't think we would have known what to do with the talent and ambition level that he had he come around in 95 or even 2000. Because we had been to Dubai, we had been to China, we had been to Russia, we've been to Germany, Italy, England, Australia. We've been to all these places with fighters. We knew who was who and what was what. So when a guy like Deontay came in, we were able to match his potential with our obsessive enthusiasm, you know, and we put that together, and it just was perfect. It's like God's timing on that because you know, it just was perfect timing that he came along the time he did.
One last question about skyboxing. Can you just talk about how long you all have been around and even some of your history? I saw that you've been in the ring back in the day, so if you can even talk about getting started with skyboxing and your days in the ring.
Right. Well, I'm 47 now, so but skyboxing, we started as a promotional company in 95, started as a gym in 97, and so we were putting on shows. We put on over 80 shows, mostly pro, all throughout the Southeast, but mostly in Alabama. And I started off as a Golden Glove boxer, amateur boxer. Right. Never fought professionally, and fought some bunch of tough man fights, which is really not any competition there. But I really made my mark as a sparring partner. I was a sparring partner because we had another trainer that was here, and I was kind of the resident sparring partner and the promoter. So I sparred with pretty much every fighter that came through from when I was 15 all the way till I was probably 40. Okay. I sparred thousands of rounds with everybody from Deontay to Wade Lewis, T-Bone Adams, Tim Mitchell, Earl Monroe, Buddy West, super middleweight champion Byron Mitchell, everybody. I sparred with everybody, and I enjoyed it, and I learned a lot doing it, and I think it helps as a trainer that I have been in there. I have taken some shots. I know how to move like a fighter, and I think that helps simulate a look. So when we fight somebody, I'll watch him on tape and try to simulate how he moves and why he moves that way. Sometimes I do it better than other times, but I try to give as good a look as I can.
Are you from the state of Alabama?
Yeah, originally from Alabama. I became a television reporter. I did that here down in Panama City Beach, Florida. Okay. I was down there for several years, and then I came back here to start the boxing.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jay, for having us out, and We really appreciate you and especially what you and Deontay are doing for the state of Alabama and the Southeast. So thanks a lot, and really appreciate you having us out.
Oh, glad to do it. Glad to do it. It's like me and Deontay like family here, baby.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Right.
Thank you a lot.
Free Lunch Podcast family, Deontay Wilder trainer, Russ Abner.
As he prepared for this upcoming fight, what are some things you see that he's been really doing a good job of?
Just basically, there's things you have to do differently against a southpaw. Everybody knows that, much the same way that a southpaw, when he fights another southpaw, has to do things differently than he would if he was fighting a right-hander. So because we haven't fought a southpaw since Audley Harrison, and we've been doing a lot of our work based on fighting right-handers, there are certain things that have to be reinstilled in Deontay, reprogrammed, just to change things that are going to be conducive to handling a tough southpaw like Spzilka.
Talk about his work ethic and his hard work in the ring.
Well, you know what? What I like about him, especially when he comes in a good mood, is he's so open and willing to learn. And to me, that's the key. When someone's in a good mood and they're happy and they're willing to learn, the sky's the limit on what you can achieve. So I'm happy. A lot of guys sometimes, they reach a certain point where they think they might know everything. And it's nice to see that he still wants to learn, and he still realizes that even though he's champion of the world, he's a champion of the world still in development. Like he started boxing late. He had a limited amateur career, won a bronze medal in the Olympics. I mean, he became from day one, the first day he ever walked into a boxing gym, to heavyweight champion of the world in less than 10 years. And that included a bronze medal at the Olympics, which is phenomenal. But that's a short period of time. So he realizes that he's still a fighter in development. And as long as he knows that and he realizes that and he wants to learn, he'll just keep getting better and better. Obviously, as a champion, you're consistently facing better opposition. But I like the fact that Deontay wants to continue learning. To me, that's a key thing, that he wants to keep learning and develop and get better. And like I said, he's a work in progress. Sometimes world champions that are out there have had such an extensive amateur career. They had 350 amateur fights. They've had 35 pro fights. By the time they reach the pinnacle of champion of the world, they have pretty much put the whole package together at that time. Deontay is still learning. Believe it or not, he continues like this. What you see before you as the heavyweight champion is going to get better, which is a great thing.
That's great. Really appreciate the time, and just look forward to the fight that's coming up in January. We'll be in attendance, so
we'll be in Brooklyn, man. That's good. I'm looking forward to it as well. Enjoy it. All right,
man. You've been doing a lot for the state of Alabama. Can you just talk about how you really just changing the sport of boxing, not only in the state but just carrying the state on your back?
Most definitely. It started back in the Olympics when I won my bronze medal. Not only was I carrying Alabama, but I carried the United States. So it feels like the same way in the professional rings too, carrying the United States. We got an American heavyweight champion right now, and looking to unify the division. But it's been a great thing for Alabama. We didn't have a lot of champions come out of here, but have had to leave when they was younger or something like that, such as Evander Holyfield, Joe Louis, Ernie Shavers. But I was the only one to be able to stay and do it here. I know if those guys was able to pursue their career here in the state of Alabama, they probably would, due to circumstances, they can't control having to move when they're young and stuff like that. But I saw that, and I made it my business to want to create something here in this state where I'm from. They say home is where the heart is, and that's what my heart is. I had so many guys, so many people, I would say, that try to draw me away from this small state, especially the city of Tuscaloosa. But just my love and heart is here at home still. I may have many residents elsewhere, but this will always be my home, and I'm passionate about it. And the people that live here respect that highly. They love me for that, and they'll ride for me. They'll go to war any day of the week for me. But it's just the beginning of what I want to do for Alabama, especially when we had got the commission a long time ago. After the Olympics, I made it my business to get the commission. We said, I can fight for my country, but I can't fight for my state. What's up with that? And that started the movement of it. And so since we had our professional sanctioned bout, it's been on since then. Especially, yeah, man.
We've been supporting you just since I first learned about you from the Olympics. And from that day, I'm from Mobile.
Okay.
And my boy from Selma. We from Selma. And so we've been following you ever since when you even made that debut. Can you just talk about going back to 2005? What made you walk into this gym?
You know, I got started because of my soon-to-be 11-year-old daughter, Naya Wilder, which was born with spinal bifida. I attended Shelton State Community College, and Naya was on the way when I was 19 years old, so I had to make some big man decisions, you know. And so I felt like college will always be an opportunity for me to go back, and I felt like my daughter was my sport, so I decided to drop out of college, you know, for her to get a job, because what she was dealing with was way greater than what I could endure in my life any day, and that's what she have done and still doing now, you know. So even when I visited Children's Hospital a couple of weeks ago, you know, my daughter was there before.
That's the story that a lot of people don't hear about you, and those type of stories and what you're doing for the state. That just shows to me that it's bigger than the sport of boxing for you.
The thing about the world is that the world focuses on too much of negativity. It's like the bad get more attention than the good. That's why it's a lot of things that people do out here positive, you know, that people don't even see or may not hear about it because it's a positive way. But time they do something bad, just say time I go out here and rob something or hold a gun or hold somebody hostage, I'm making CNN. I'm making worldwide news. You know, it's going viral. You know, it's a couple of things I've done in my career, whether it was the truth or not.
Right.
The next day it went viral.
Right.
Now, why can't going to Children's Hospital where kids are battling every day for their life? What we go through in life, that's nothing. We ought to be thanking God every day. You know, them kids still smile. They still hold a great conversation. Some of them know what's going on with them and some of them don't. But they got the biggest fight of their life every day. This fights that I'm doing every couple of months, man, ain't nothing compared to what they doing. But why is that not getting noticed? Why is that not going by? Why I'm not getting friends all over the world calling me or you know what I'm saying, or social media and me? Good job, I mean, you know, it's just sad.
You got something? I was just going to say, when we come going to Selma, Alabama, man, I know you got a relationship with Amp Webster down there.
Yeah, most definitely. To all my partners in Selma, Alabama, and Amp, you know, you one of them, man. I just salute y'all guys. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Keep your head up. Keep positive. Surround yourself by positive people. That's the only way we're going to make it. Look at me. I'm a testimony. I'm a living witness. So use me as an example, man. We can all make it. We can all do it. I'm a Bama boy just like y'all guys. So Alabama, stand up, baby. We ain't going nowhere. We kicking down doors each and every step of the way, baby. Ah!